Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends. Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, Now let me see your earthquake, shawty make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out, right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2, earthquake, shawty make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out, right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. It goes up, it goes down, like an elevator. It goes round and round, love when you demonstrate it. Do it for the vine, do it for the vine. Do it for the vine, do it for the vine. Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. Snapchat on fleek, so it's the Instagram. The night is young, you know we going in. The squad too lit, I promise it. On my dad. Earthquake, shawty make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, shawty make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cash that, bounce that, bad check, to the out, spin it round, go around with it, bend it over, let me see you bring it back. I'm on a swag high, and a little too faded, I'm feeling too fly. I need some heavy hitters, can I get you with your little? Looks like I caught you later, I'm tryna keep it between you, you be a regular. Earthquake, shawty make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out, right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2, earthquake, shawty make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out, right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn down for what? Tell them turn down for what? Tell them turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Tell them turn down for what? Tell them turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, earthquake, shawty make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out, right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2, earthquake, shawty make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out, right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2,
Radio. BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E, the music maestro.
What it is, everybody, what it is, everybody, what it is. This is your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses, still putting it down here on the Passionate Love Hour. You know, where we like to bring y'all all things that's about relationships to the table. We want to hear what you feel about the heart, what you got to say about the heart. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tune in, turn up and zone out. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like, subscribe, follow us wherever you want. We are on all streaming services: iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Tidal, and more. So make sure y'all go ahead and turn up and with us on any streaming service. Also, share us to your family and friends. Go ahead and spread the love. That way they can be able to go ahead and get some of this entertainment as well. We also can be found on our best sponsors website at southsidebeautycare.com, where you'll be able to get all the natural skincare supplies you would ever dream of, from shea butter, cocoa butter, aloe butter, to black seed oil, babuso oil, and shea nut oil. We also got the natural soaps such as black soaps and more. So go over there and get your purchase today, so because you know it's getting cold and you getting ashy. Let's fix that for you. Already. But we got a great show ahead of you right now. We have 4 wonderful ladies that's going to be joining us today as we ask them, what would you do, as when I bring up a couple of scenarios and find out exactly how they feel about the scenarios. So first, without further ado, let's go ahead and let these ladies introduce themselves. Ladies, how you doing this evening?
Good.
Already. Hold on, let me turn your mic on. That would probably help, right? Already. Now, so who are we speaking to tonight? We're gonna first. Let's start with the lady that's in the room.
Hey, this is Erica. How are y'all doing?
This is Mark.
Hey,
My
Marie.
name's Nakia.
Hey, Makia.
Hi, my name's Ampy.
Hey, Ampy.
All right, and y'all ladies, I just want to thank y'all for joining us. You know, we've had conversations here and there, so I'm glad that I got y'all on so I can get y'all opinions about. I got 2 great scenarios that I want to run past y'all. Y'all think y'all can handle them?
I know I'm ready.
All right. So the first question, the first scenario that I have is, you meet someone. You 2 have been talking, going on dates here and there. Nothing really serious, but you really like this person. You really like him. He really is your type. 2 months into knowing him, he calls you and lets you know that 2 months before you met him and his baby mama had sex, and she ended up pregnant from that sexual encounter. She is now 4 months pregnant, and he just found out. Don't know if the baby mama been new, but he just found out. Would you stay in and see if that would be a fruitful relationship, or would you leave?
I stay.
Who is that?
Marie.
Marie, you would stay? Okay, this is Erica. I'm leaving.
Well,
Yeah, Marie, why would you stay?
I understand you're only 2 months into the
Right.
relationship.
Exactly.
But at the same time, to me and everything, he's just finding out after 4 months 4 months later and everything. So basically, it's either the girlfriend is jealous and trying to make an excuse or saying something that, hey, I'm pregnant, to try to break up. So you don't really know and everything if that's even his child. How do you know?
Okay, all right. So what you're saying is, hold on, let me turn my mic back on. Okay, so what you're pretty much saying is that this could be just a clever ploy by the baby mama to try to keep him from being able to move on with his life.
Yeah.
And
you can't talk. Not a lot of women doesn't do that. So
Well,
that's already a red flag that could say that the ex is crazy.
Exactly. And that's something that you would have to deal with because he already has a child by her. So whether he wants to or not, he's going to have some type of dealings with the baby mama for the next 18 to 20 years, or actually for life. So that's something you have to figure if you want to deal with.
I think that just really depends on how strong your connection is, and if it's something you really emotionally, physically, and monetarily are capable to do. Because if it does become his child, then if y'all work out, that's your child also, because that's how it works out.
Right. Yeah, this is Makia. I'm going back to how he set the scenario up. He said they went on dates here and there. So for me, if we've only gone on dates here and there, and then this is popping up, then I'm going to have to take a step back.
Exactly.
Let's figure out what's going on. Let's see what the scenario is. We're not fully invested, so I'd say take a step back. Now, does that mean, like, we don't have a future? No, we could come back around once we get it all situated, but I think the initial, like, hold on, let's figure out what's going on.
I totally agree with Makia.
So that means you wouldn't want to just up and leave the relationship. I mean, y'all are not fully dating.
Right. You're not in a relationship.
So therefore there's no leaving or staying, because you're just here and there, but you also want to see what do you guys have in the future? Are you willing to? Is that really, is that something that you want to deal with?
Right.
Or not?
I think bigger question would have been, like, if y'all are already together and he finds out.
Well, see, now this is where it gets, this is where it gets tricky.
Right.
But this is where it gets tricky. If y'all are already together, wouldn't that means that he cheated on you in order to get her pregnant? Because 2 months. I mean, I give it, some relationships do blossom, and it can blossom in a short period of time. But in most case scenarios, wouldn't that still be just a talking stage? If you are already together and it's an established relationship, that means that he has already been talking to her for a while, and he still went and had sex with his baby mama.
No. He was with the baby mama already.
You're not boyfriend and girlfriend.
You're not boyfriend and girlfriend. And
you're not attached to anybody.
Right. You're just dating around. You're doing whatever.
But you said that you said 4 months.
Right. Yeah. In the scenario that I said, it's at 4 months. But the statement that came up that made me ask that question was, it said if you was in an established relationship. If you're in established relationships, that's way more than just 4 months.
But not necessarily. But if you were in an established relationship and she's telling you that she's pregnant, that means that you cheated on her. Which means that I definitely need to take a step back. I'm out. Because she shouldn't even have that much power to even throw up a red flag in our relationship to say that she's pregnant.
I was about to say, that's a different scenario.
Now, totally different.
If we're together, and you pop up with this, and this was during our timeline, then I'm out. Like, no, we're just talking, dating, but we're established, like, together, but it hasn't been that long, and then you pop up with this, no, that's too much. Like, that shows me what I'm in for the rest of this relationship is not something I would want to do.
Okay.
Now, if we're just talking, though, we're not actually together. Like, we just met, we went on a few dates, and then you bust out like, hey, I just found out Max is pregnant. Then I'd be like, oh, snap. Like,
break.
What's going on?
You don't necessarily want out the car. You just want him to stop the car right now.
I'd just be like, get yourself together, figure out what's going on with your ex, explain to me what went down, and then we can go from there. Like, it'd have to be a real big talk to see if we're going to go forward.
Okay.
But if we're established and you do this, then I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a follow-up question. Follow-up question is, and this isn't the second question that I'm going to ask. This is just a follow-up question that's an add-on to the first one. Could you see yourself being standing right next to him in paternity court live on TV?
Are we married?
I'm asking. I don't know. Are you?
If we're not married,
is it just in 2 months?
right? If we married, no, I'm not standing next to nobody.
Right.
I mean, if we're not married, if we just dating, bro, you on your own. Take care of your situation.
Yeah.
Holler at me later. This is Erica, y'all.
I was just about to say you can go figure out that paternity stuff on your own, and then come holler at me afterwards. Like, yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
What you say, Marie?
I said, now if you're married and everything, that's a different scenario.
Exactly.
Dude, if we're married, I'm still not standing next to you because you cheated on me. No,
Exactly. You and I will be standing in divorce court.
Okay. Let's say.
Divorce court.
All right. So let's turn it back to if this the girl or not the girl, but the child is 20-something years old and you just been married to this person 5 years.
And you don't know that they got a child?
They didn't know. This child came out of nowhere and said, "My mama say you my daddy."
That child has nothing to do with your current relationship.
So would you stand on the side of him in paternity court?
Yes, because that's my husband for 5 years.
Now, but what do you mean that has nothing to do with this relationship? Because y'all are married now, that has everything to do with your relationship. Right. I was gonna say, you said 25 years. We've been married for 5. So this obviously happened a long time ago. So in this scenario, would I stand next to him? Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, because the child has nothing to do with it, and it happened way before you.
Exactly, and the child probably doesn't even know, or the child probably just found out who their mother or father, well, their father was, because their mom didn't tell them or anything. So
I would be telling him to get a paternity test.
Oh yeah, I would be definitely. Let's call Dana. Get your swab, get some blood, urine, whatever you need to do. We're about to take care of this right now.
That's who Dana is.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Dana is DNA.
All right, where this nigga come from, Lana? You got something you want to tell me? Like, yeah, shit. Do I need to be concerned right now? Shit. I don't want the nigga knocking on the door and I come to the door with my boxes on now. You know, I will do it. All right.
Yeah.
So pretty.
In that scenario, I think we all said, yeah, we'd stand, because that happened a long time ago. Yeah.
But the 2 month scenario, most of y'all, we have Marie says that she'll stick around to see what's going on. We have a kid says she'll slow down everything. She'll pump the brakes to see what's going on and then take proper action. We got Erica that says hell to the no, to the no. And Ampy, what did you say? I didn't even get your answer.
I just was like, it just depends on how strong the connection is and if I really want to invest more time. But I don't know. It just really depends.
So it really depends on something like more of, if it's like love at first sight or 90 Day Fiance or something like that.
Okay.
You did say that, you know, that you really like this person and you want to get to know this person.
Right.
So, I mean, like you said, you guys been dating here and there. You really like this person and everything, and then he just came up to you and told you, he just found out that, hey, this girl and everything and stuff is pregnant and she could be the baby mama.
Hey, here's an add-on question. What if he says that he thinks he wants to ask the baby mama to get an abortion?
No.
No.
I definitely would not be a part of that, because if it happened to me,
girls, you know, it's her body, but he can ask her all he wants, but it's going to be her choice.
Right.
But it's just what would be
character is and where your morals are at. So I would be like, no, because I don't even agree with that.
That's what I'm asking.
Right, and that's the same thing. If I was in that situation, would he ask me to get one? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my answer would be no. You're going to be stuck with me for 18 years. Forever.
18 years, and on the 18th birthday found out it wasn't his.
That's a major red flag. If he asked me to do that, I would be out in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Wow, we should break that. That should be another one. What would you do?
Yeah.
You're over here talking. You're over here. You know, you're gonna ask this woman and everything and stuff to get an abortion, dude. It takes two persons. You both lay down. Hell no.
Right.
Okay.
She get pregnant on her own.
Here's another one. Here's another good one. All right. So, what if she said, and what if he came to you and said that she wanted an abortion and he didn't?
Well, I would commend him for not wanting her to have it. You know, now the scenario switched because, like we said, it's at the end of the day, it's her body, her choice. Unfortunately, even if the dad says, yes, I want her to have it, but at the end of the day, the woman's the one carrying the baby, so she's the one whose body has to go through that. So she decides she doesn't want to, but he's telling her to keep it. To me, that shows me, again, character. What kind of character you are, where your morals are at. You're showing me that you still want her to have this baby.
And you still want with her.
Right.
So, if you wanted to have that, if you want to have that baby and everything, you still want to be with her, then why are you over here talking to me? Why are you
or maybe he doesn't want to be with her, but he has come to terms with, hey, if that's my baby, I'm going to take care of it. Maybe he doesn't want to be with her, but he's willing to take care of the baby. Honestly, though, like, would one of y'all, because I think I would be like, do you want to see if y'all would work out now that you have a baby? Like, I think I would try to probably push that person that way, even though I have my feelings. I would put my feelings aside and be like, maybe you need to reassess and maybe y'all can work out now that you have a child.
And that's exactly what I would say. I'd be like, bro, you first of all, you already have a child with this woman, and then you went back creeping with her, and now she's pregnant again. So maybe y'all
already have the kid together.
Yes.
I didn't know that he said that.
Yeah, this is the baby mama. This is the baby mama, and y'all started dating, and now she's pregnant again. So I would be like, you need to go back and tie up some loose ends.
I thought he just said ex.
No.
If it's baby mama, then no. Y'all got too much going on.
There's too much history.
If it's an ex and this is the first child, it's just some ex and it's the first baby, that's a different scenario. I thought he said ex. Baby mama is a different scenario.
Oh yeah, this the baby mama.
That means he's gonna keep going back and forth when something happens. Right. I would say that time there's a pump and brakes. I'm out.
Exactly.
I'm not even gonna stay. Go, bye.
That's you, Marie.
No.
Yeah, I would leave if it's baby mama, but if it's just some ex and like it's their first kid and it just happened, then that's a different area.
That's why I kept saying this woman.
No, this the baby mama.
Maybe talk about that, see what you need to do, and then go from there. But you know, ex and baby mama story.
Okay. All right. So hold on, ladies. One moment. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to add somebody else to the conversation because we have another speaker that went on to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song really quick while we get her on the phone, and then when we come back, we're going to continue this discussion. As a matter of fact, this is actually a good song. It is called "It's Complicated" by Kill Monique here on BOSS Radio. You know you are listening to.
I hope you cut her up, cause this is passion on BOSS.
Saw you with your new chick the other day, and I have to say that I'm not impressed. I could see it in your eyes, you're remembering what we do when we did. I remember too. If she was everything that you needed, tell me why you're always checking up on me. Hate to throw salt in her game, but When my name's still on your lips, then you still feel the same. It's complicated. What you gotta say? Your heart says my way. Caring ain't the same as love. Does she really know you? Can she love you like I do? Soon as I get in the door, my phone rings. It's been a while, but here I go answering. You say I'm looking good as usual, telling me you're feeling me, and you hope the feeling's mutual. You say about that feelings that you never knew, even though she said she can do it like I do. Don't really wanna reminisce. You're telling me you miss my kid. I hear a voice in the phone. It's complicated.
Everybody, alright, you already know we are back and live in the building on Passionate Love Hour. Like I said, if you ain't already liked, subscribed, or followed us, you are already wrong, and go ahead and fix that error right now. Share your family and friends, because now I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get live right now. We have Connie Mora on live with us on BOSS Radio once again. How you doing this evening, girl?
Hey, tonight I'm all right. You know, I got to go under the knife in a couple of days, so I'm going to get my fun in while I can.
I hear you on that. I hear you. Just know when you in our prayers and our thoughts, for real. So everybody out there do want to let she's going to have some surgery, so please keep her in your prayers. Please keep her in your thoughts. She's going to wake up for this, and we're going to make sure of that.
Amen.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll wake up, but I'm going to go through hell for a few days, that's for sure. They already told me that. So just bring it on.
Okay, Connie, well, as you know, we have been talking right now with Marie, Ampy, and Makia, and we have been coming up with some very interesting comments about the question that we asked. Well, we asked if you met this person, been dating them for 2 months, you're really digging them, and they come to tell you that their baby mama is 4 months pregnant. Would you stay or would you leave? What would you do?
I think, honestly, that would depend on where I'm at in my life. Seriously. Because, the reason I say this, if I was in my 20s and I, was going through life, whatever, and I was really into them, then I would be going, oh, yeah, that would be cool, as long as the baby mama understands I am in the picture. Because when he goes and visits the baby or brings the baby, to visit, whatever, she has to instill her trust in me that I'm going to be that good other mother. Not the mother, biological mother, but the other mother. Because we all have to step up and take those roles. Now, I am very much an advocate about what you can and cannot do to my child. Now, if the roles were reversed and I was the one getting ready to have the baby and my man's with another woman and they're serious in a relationship, there's some things you can and cannot do to my child, period.
But what about them just dating? They're just knowing each other for 2 months. And so it's not a serious dating.
Well, if she's getting feelings for him and she wants to see, how it works out, I mean, sure, by all means, stay with him. At least he told her. Shoot, that's better than her finding out after the I do. Oh, by the way, you know what I'm saying? He may have been nervous about bringing that up, which I could understand that, even though I'm not a male. But at least he was honest and told her. If she has those kind of feelings for him, then why not? What difference does it make? If you already had the child and you were in a relationship, what difference does it make?
Because this is his baby mama, which means he already has kids. And now he slept with her 4 months ago, the baby, and he's with you for 2 months, and now she's pregnant. Yeah, I understand it was a month or two before me, but you have ties with this woman, which means that you're going to be going back and forth. Are you really going to be that serious with me?
I'm going to put a reality check on you. How many people do you know
all of them
that you date or run into or get involved with that doesn't have children? Or doesn't have a past? How many people at all of our ages is a virgin?
Okay, at this point in my life, I did make it a point not to date men with children.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, if I'm just talking to you for 2 months, we have nothing serious. We're dating. I'm dating different guys. You're dating different women. But I guess we're the potential for each other. And then you tell me, hey, my baby mama is pregnant. She's 3 months pregnant, but we've been dating 2. Okay, yeah, it's a month, 2 months, 4 months before me. But to me, that's still, I could be wrong. Like I said, I still would have, those are red flags that are popping up. You know?
And yeah, but see, you're clarifying more of a particular type of situation. If that was something that you didn't want initially and then you found out after, then sure, I would say if that's not what the type of person you want to be involved with that has children, then what are you hanging around for?
Because what if they told you, I accepted the first baby, I accepted first child. Even though I didn't want to be in a relationship with someone with kids, okay, I accepted the first child. But now you're telling me you got another one on the way? Come on.
No, I'm saying, again, at least they told you, and it was before you.
You're right.
It was before you.
I'm not looking at the before me part. My thing is, because it's just like you said, I would have to be stepping into that role. Any woman who's a woman and she's serious with the dude that she's dating and he's serious about her, any woman would want to step into that role and be protective and accept him and those kids. So am I accepting 1 child, 2 children, 3, 4, 5? How many are we going to be accepting here? I mean,
that's an individual.
The key word you keep saying is serious. I think that's what it boils down to. Is this serious or is it not?
Right.
Because if it's not serious, then you walk away.
Exactly.
But if it is serious and you got feelings and you really want to see where it's going to go, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to talk to them and you're going to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
It's a package situation.
Yep.
It gives you that opportunity that he stepped up and told you to say, okay, well, I got to go. Now, if he's already gone on another child and you're involved in that child's life, and at least he stepped up and told you there's going to be 2, I can respect that far better than surprise me later. Oh, by the way.
I respect it, but would you stay? That's 2 different things.
Right. So that's the question is, are you staying after 2 months of dating here and there, and then he pops up and says, hey, just want to let you know, my ex, you know, my baby mama, we already got a kid together. We messed around. She's pregnant again. And y'all are 2 months in, dating here and there. Would you stay?
Probably not, only because of the simple fact 2 months really isn't much.
Right.
You ain't talking about 2 years.
Right. What did you say, Ampy?
I'm just saying it really does depend on the person, and she is right. It does depend on where you are in your life, if you're capable and emotionally and, you know, everything able to invest, because another person's child is going to be your child no matter what.
Yep.
Right. And if you're in your 20s, I would be like, girl, live your life. Now, you older, maybe you're in your 40s, you know, this is where you know really what you want to do with your life, and that's a whole different scenario. I would say a 40-year-old might consider, because she's more aware of who she is as a person, I'd be like, don't even bother. So what if you're in your 30s?
Yeah, well, that too. But you have to start and think of how many men now, you know, flip it, because we're in 2022. Look at how many men in the last many years that accept women that have children or is pregnant with another one, and they step up to the plate. So that's their choice. But, you know, it's not just about women. It's about men, too. Some men are like, oh, hell no, I'm up and out of here. And then there's those that want to be that dad, and they're more of a dad sometimes than their own father, biological father.
And we are going to bring that up. We are actually going to bring that up in another show. We're going to do a men's version of this question, where the woman finds out she's pregnant, and she finds out she's 3 months pregnant while they've been dating for 2 months. And she even acknowledges that it's not his baby, you know. They know for a fact that it can't be his baby or something like that. You know, we're going to work the kinks out. And I'm going to get some men to come and join us. That way we can get a man's perspective on that. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But I do have one more scenario that we're going to take a break, and when I come back, I'm going to tell you about it, and then we'll do that. But before I do that, I do want to let y'all know that this scenario that we've been talking about was a real life scenario, and two people out life I know personally, and the girl stayed. She stayed. She's gone over to meet the baby mama, and I just found that out 2 days.
So did they make it serious?
They serious, yes.
Okay, well that's a different story. That's why.
She's meeting baby mama, then
it better be serious.
It better be serious. Yeah,
it should be, but you know, we're all surprised sometimes it ain't. But
well, yeah, that's true, Connie. You right.
Connie, stop making sense. Stop making sense.
You would hope, but you know,
I would hope so too.
Some people still like to play games, so you never know.
True.
Game player, come on.
Some people just want to see. Some people just want to see who the baby mama is.
Right.
Oh, good one, Marie.
Check you out.
Wow.
Marie, you got me looking at you like you toxic now.
The girl baby mama, and the baby mama's like, you know, I was like, whoa, that's kitty.
Wow, that was a good one, Marie.
Probably wants to see what she looks like. Is she cute? What she got going on? You know.
What's his taste?
They want.
What kind of women he like?
Is it worth it?
Do I look like her?
Right. Who looks better? Who looks better?
It doesn't make any difference what she looks like. It's about her as a person that's going to be around your children.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
You know, we still look.
All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go over the next scenario and then we're gonna go on break. So ladies, hold your answers until we come back from break. But the next scenario, and what would you do? It goes like this: if your work husband was getting a real divorce right when you start dating someone else, would you drop that someone else for your work husband, or would you continue what you got going on with this new person? And we're going to get those answers from y'all when we come back. I'll take all questions to clarify this scenario when we come back. Or actually, we'll do that while we're on break. That way, when we come back, all y'all got to do is just give us y'all answers. Already. Y'all already know what this is. This is...
I hope you cuddled up, Cause this is passion now. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio.
I don't know why, like, every time I talk to you, I don't know what to say. Every time I talk to you, I don't know what to say.
Can I get a refill? Can I get a refill? Can I get a refill? Yeah. Waitress, I need a refill of this loving right here. Come tell me all the things I wanna hear in my ear. All the time you're on my mind, come over, girl. I need you here to show me a good time. Caress me. Ooh, baby, yeah. Tracing your body with my fingertips. I'm laughing 'cause I love the way you kiss my lips. They don't have to know about you and I. It ain't nobody business but my baby and mine. Just hold me tight, don't ever wanna let me go. Let me go. Baby, you don't have to say no words. Turn off your phone and then go close the door. And baby, please just give me more and more. Yeah. Refill. Can I get a refill? Can I get a refill? Yeah. Of your time, 'cause you're intoxicating my mind. Feels like a conversational lunch. I don't know how much is too much. Yeah.
My glass is getting kinda empty.
Can I get a refill?
I might need you to refill it with some of that love.
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
Already, everybody. This is your boy, Mr. E, boss of the Southside Bosses, and we are back with the lovely ladies. I'll go ahead and bring them back in. We have Marie, we have Ampy, Makia, and Connie Moore, and the lovely Erica. Putting it down, we have, we're doing What Would You Do on Passionate Love Hour, where we come up with great scenarios and see what would you do in them scenarios. You can always join anytime. Just hit that chat box and go ahead and join in. Also, go ahead and make sure you share us to your family and friends, like us and subscribe. We're going down, and check out Southside Beauty Care as well. All right, so the next scenario that we came up with for the ladies, if your work husband was getting a real divorce and you had just started a relationship with someone else and you was really wanting to be with that work husband, would you stop the relationship you're in to pursue the work husband, or would you continue that relationship?
This is Ampy. I would say no.
No?
due to the fact that this person is just getting a divorce and they really need to figure out what they want in their life, and jumping into another relationship is definitely not a good idea.
Okay, so you're pretty much saying even if they left them for you, they left their real wife for you.
Oh, I definitely would not.
That's even a bigger red flag.
Exactly.
I'll leave you for the next person.
Exactly. This is Erica and Ampy talking. No, definitely no. Don't leave me. Don't leave someone else for me, because you're going to eventually end up leaving me for someone else. That's not going to happen.
That is so true.
And you're telling me about it, plus you my work husband? I've been knowing. No. Sorry.
Oh, that means you know. You know what's been going on, though.
Right.
Maybe
know.
It's not all on him, or who's to say. And this is Makia, by the way. And maybe it's not one of those things where, okay, we're getting a divorce and now I'm starting a new relationship. Sometimes the relationship ended a whole long time ago, but y'all just now getting around to a divorce.
But it's hard to say, because you never know. It takes two. You never know what that other side could have been. Let's say the actual wife, was really trying to work it out, and the husband just stopped a long time ago.
And it was probably your fault.
This is Donna. Here's my philosophy about the work husband situation. I don't F with my paycheck. Period.
Okay.
If I work with you, I don't play with you. Period.
Okay, I feel you. Now,
because there's a lot of stuff that can happen with that situation, just because you work at the same place. Let's just say, you get fired over that stuff. People have rules and conditions about things, especially what I do for a living. You can't go there. So, I've never been an advocate about messing around with anybody that I work with. Period. I don't allow myself to go there. I figure there's enough tuna in the ocean, if I'm really looking for something, but,
did she just call me and tuna?
Yes.
Connie, hold on. Did you just call us me and tuna?
She didn't even say fish. She called y'all tuna.
Damn, is it because we are nut backwards?
No, him and we've been besties for years.
Yes, we have.
We talk about all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Never
heard you call us tunas, though.
But we have never, ever, and I will say this to a million people, him and I have never, ever crossed the line of going, well, if you came to Texas, or, well, if you came to Kentucky, any of that kind of conversation. We have never. And we talk about all kinds of stuff, don't get me wrong, but we've never crossed the line.
Now,
and we work together.
Okay, now you can have your work husband and y'all don't cross the line. I'm not saying that the feelings won't be there, but if you value and on your friendship and that relationship, even if y'all did like each other, you have those boundaries set and be like, you know what, I'm not about to cross the line with this person. One, I don't want to mess up my friendship. Two, I work here. Three, more than likely, depending on how long we've known each other, work together, I know your spouse. So that would be messy, sitting in their face, my face.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes, and and you know what's going on, especially if the spouse knows you and she knows y'all are best friends, or that y'all are each other's, work husband, work wife at work, and it's cool.
Because if she don't know you, then that's a bigger red flag.
Exactly, she should know you, just like you should know her.
But I would not leave my current relationship for him if he had got a divorce. Because like the young lady said, I'm a firm believer you need to check yourself for about 2 years after you come out of a long-term relationship, divorce, whatever, or marriage, whatever it is. You really need 2 years to check yourself.
And that is so true, Connie. Somebody told me that years ago and I didn't want to believe it. They said they ain't got nothing to offer me but hard D and bubble gum. And they were fresh out of bubble gum. I believe it.
Well, then you can't have that.
I actually heard a different way. The philosophy I heard is, for every year that you was in a relationship with somebody,
how long
you take you take that after so many years, but it was 6 months.
Yeah, but in a psychological aspect, it takes you, if you're really working on self, maybe why you made that choice or picked that type of person or whatever, you came across some narcissistic human being and you didn't really know what all that was about, why would you? Or, whatever their chemical dependency was, and you didn't realize how your brain picture mate in 10 seconds. You can reprogram your brain. So in the psychological aspect of it, if you really want to work on self, give yourself about 2 years.
That's true. Right.
Yeah. Then you're really go out there and make another mistake. It's okay.
True.
That's one thing we're guaranteed on our first breath, mistakes and death. So, there you go.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And I like the fact that you said that, well, you didn't, if you got into a relationship and it ended badly, you got to take time to find out how you ended up, how you put yourself in that situation, how you put yourself in that relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people are so quick to be looking at the other person that they get right back into that same relationship with a different person.
Yeah. Right. Because it's something with you too, because you're choosing these people, so you got to figure out, why do I keep choosing somebody like this?
Right.
And here's the hint for that for you all. In case you never really thought about it before, start with your childhood.
Yep, I was going to say it all stems from childhood.
Learn behaviors.
Traumas. And
I just wanted to be loved.
Learn behaviors.
Yep. That's why a lot of women, they say you go after people who remind you of your father or somebody that was a figure in your life because that's what you grew up in. And you don't even realize it. It just psychologically happens that way.
Yep. That's why
this is Ampy. I would have to disagree with that just based upon my personal experience. My parents were wonderful role models, and my ex was definitely the opposite of my dad. Right. I don't know what happened there. Right. I'm not saying that's how it
Did you like your dad? I mean, no, you loved him, but did you like him?
Well, and you have to understand, there's wolves out there. Yeah. They can make themselves look like dad.
That is true.
And then later flip the script, and that's what narcissistic behavior is. Narcissistic people can flip the script when they need to flip it, and then you're stuck.
And talk very well.
Sure.
So from the outside, everyone sees this well put together person who's so great and this and that, and then you're seeing a whole different side, down the line.
And then all that time, all he had to do is just take 2 years off.
Did you say you were where in Texas? I'm going to come down there and smack you.
I mean, it sounds like though we all agree that we would say no. No. Yeah.
That poor man. You know
fresh out of divorce. You don't want somebody fresh out of divorce, and then you already start talking to somebody. Pursue your life and quit hanging on to extra unnecessary baggage that you don't need.
That's messed up. This man done lost his real wife and his work wife in one divorce. That's fucked up.
Oh wow.
You would still be a friend in the office. You would be a confidant, but
Shreddy ain't gonna never talk to y'all again.
All the way. Being a friend.
I think I need a bottle of wine on that one. I'll sit up all night. You can watch me drink my wine.
I'll still be here for you, but that's as far as it goes. I don't want anything romantic, but I'm still here if you need to talk.
I'm still your work wife. Why would that change?
Right. It doesn't need to.
That man, that's just, okay, so this is another what would you do we're going to have for another time, because this is how I feel like that. When you try to get with a woman and she turns you down, whether it was your work wife or whatever, it was somebody else. What if your man proposed and you said no and he wanted to leave? How would you take that?
Why would he stay?
Yeah. Why would he stay?
Because maybe you are just not ready for marriage.
He's trying to say, you just said we could still be cool even after being turned down.
No, I said your work wife or your work husband. He's talking about if your real boyfriend proposed to you. How long y'all been together?
I don't know, but maybe.
But y'all should have talked about marriage and should have talked if she wanted to be married or not. And then if she proposed and you told her and she said no, why would you stay? If I was a dude, I'd be out. Well, even if I was a female.
What if she's just not ready for marriage yet? What if she says, well, I'm just not ready for marriage yet, but like she still wants to continue the relationship?
Because
it's not fair for him though, because how long does he have to wait?
Exactly.
Conversation not be brought up.
Exactly. How is that conversation not brought up?
I've seen it happen where people just, do the whole surprise, and then you sitting here like, hold up, I don't even have time to process this.
That's because that person wasn't ready.
That's not even a relationship.
That's not even a relationship. I agree with Marie.
If you're just popping up a question saying, "Hey, marry me," then what the heck have y'all been talking about?
Exactly. Have you not discussed this? Right.
I think that's a yes or no answer, because it's either you do want to get married or don't want to get married.
Especially if we're at home talking about it, saying that, this is what we're working towards. I want to get married. I'm not saying that you got to marry me tomorrow, but if, yes, I do want to get married. That's the end goal for both of us. Now, and I want to marry you.
If the 2-month-old that had the baby, definitely say no.
Exactly.
But Aaron, so you said if y'all were talking and you said, listen, I don't want to get married tomorrow or next week, but I do want to get married, and then this person decides to propose in the near future, then what? Because would you still be like, should he still leave, even though you said that you want to get married, but you said not right now?
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to ask that. Is that an answer? Is that an applicable answer? Is that an applicable answer?
No, because she told him, I don't want to right now. He went ahead and did a proposal, and then she's like, I just told you I don't want to right now. So she says no, but she said she wanted to down the line.
No, that means that you don't want to be married to me. Because you can still say yes and be a fiance for whenever you get married.
You just don't want to be. You just don't want to be. Him.
Exactly. You want to get married, but you don't want to be married to him. Because if y'all are talking and y'all been serious and y'all say that y'all want to, this is why you have to be clear in the conversations that you have with this person. I want to marry you one day. I want you. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I want our future to be. Are you on board with me? Can we do this and that? Yes, yes, yes. Now, we ain't got to get married tomorrow, but, this is the end goal, marriage. Is that your end goal? Yes. Are you sure that's your end goal with me? Yeah, I wouldn't be wasting my time with you, or I wouldn't let you waste your time with me. That's how you not have that situation.
And if you already have that conversation that you guys both agree that you want to be in each other's life, and then he proposed, but you're not married yet, why not? Why would you say no?
Exactly.
Well, I brought it up. I brought it up because I know someone who was in that scenario, and she told the person she was not ready now. The person went ahead and proposed, and then she said no because she was like, I told you I wasn't ready now. And then they just broke, they broke it off completely. Like, they're not talking at all anymore.
They should have.
Yeah, gentlemen.
The crazy part is, it wasn't the person who proposed who broke it off. It was the one who said no, because she was like, I told you I was not ready for you to propose to me now.
That's because she was not trying to be married to him.
Exactly. She didn't want to be married to him. You want to be married one day.
Right.
You want to be married. But you don't want to be married to him. There's a difference.
Exactly. I would have broke it off too. I would have been all like, I see we're on two different levels. I see we're in two different books and not in the same chapter. So I'm going to need you to live your life and I'll live mine. We're not on the same page.
I hope he kept the receipt, because if she already told him that she's not ready and he still asked, I don't know what to say.
That's on him.
No, same. I'm just like, she made it clear, but she did. I'm just saying, she had the whole conversation like y'all are saying, like, hey, I do want to,
but not now. And then he went ahead and proposed to her anyway. And then she's like, I just told you I didn't want you right now. Like, I'm not ready right now. And so she broke it off with him because she was like, you're obviously not listening to what I'm telling you.
So she doesn't understand that being a fiance doesn't mean you're getting married tomorrow.
I guess.
Well, hold on a second, if you all don't mind.
I was going to ask you, Connie, where you at?
Oh, I'm here. Here's the deal. If you're in the middle of a career change or something being promoted in a career and you've got a lot going on, there's a lot on your plate, and you really don't want to make that type of commitment to that person. Now, there could be numerous reasons, and it doesn't mean that she doesn't want to marry him. She's just wanting to get through all the obstacles and get her feet planted correctly. Well, maybe she has to go to foreign countries or the UK and come back and do all kinds of stuff where they're long distance, but then they're together, that kind of stuff, because that happens a lot anymore. And she's just really not ready to make that commitment to say, yeah, I want to be a fiance, I want to be this, because her head, don't get me here, her head is not wrapped around that to be June Cleaver yet.
But you're not getting married tomorrow. Your relation, you can have a long distance relationship. What if you get married and you go overseas? What's the difference?
But this is where you would have to find yourself first.
Right. Because you're right. You have to find yourself first, but there's a lot more mentally and emotionally involved in it. It doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't want him.
So you're okay with being the boyfriend or being the girlfriend for so long, and you keep talking about, you want to be married and what the future is going to look like for the both of you. Now, you're still working. You're still at your same job. Everything is still going on in your life that you're balancing it. You mean to tell me just because he asked you to marry him, that's going to make you say, no, not right now? That's too much on my plate?
You have to understand, for some people, that is too much on their plate. Because now they feel they have to step up in another role and handle more responsibility than they did before.
Why?
It's all about communication.
That's what I was going to say. It is really about communication, and if the other person is really listening to you. Because if you tell them, no, not right now, then you should, decide on yourself if you want to keep moving or if you want to keep
Okay, let me ask you this.
A master's degree and say, look, I'd like to be married, and it's clarity for her as well. Say, yeah, I really would like to get married, but I want to get married after I finish my master's.
So I can't propose to you now, and you finish your master's and we get married?
She don't want all of that yet.
Right. Maybe in her mindset, it's like, okay, you propose, like you said, a lot comes with a proposal. You're stepping into the role of being a fiance now. And so if she's telling you, listen, I do want that with you, but I'm not ready to do that right now.
Exactly.
And he went ahead and did it. She felt like, you're forcing my hand now. You're trying to make me do something.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for.
He should have respected what she was saying and said, not right now.
Okay. Now, as y'all all know, tomorrow is not promised. Everybody thought Betty White was going to make it to her 100th birthday, and she didn't even get to see the new year come in. So, with that being said, rest in peace, Betty White, loved you to death. But with that being said, once again, when is the right time for me to propose to you to make sure that the stars align, the moon is right, the sun is shining, and everything in your life is perfect?
It was already stipulated that she wasn't ready yet, so we're going with our guideline here on the movie. She told him she wasn't ready yet. He went ahead and decided, well, I'm just going to do this. She said no, his feelings and his penis got soft, and they lived happily ever after apart.
And that's why, Jen, you got to actually learn to listen. Because I ain't saying this so that you can make the woman happy. It's so that you don't look like a damn jackass.
Yeah, so if your woman keeps saying, well, maybe we should get married, maybe then you should say something. Or y'all have talked about it.
if she specifically has said this and you choose to go past that, that's on you because you didn't pay attention to her. Now, if you leave her alone and just things are going good, she's going to come around when it's time for her, and she's going to say, you know what, I'm ready for this now.
And what are you going to do if he doesn't propose?
But what if he's not ready?
Exactly. Oh, yeah. He don't propose because he's not ready now. You took too long, and so now he's not ready.
Now he wants to leave.
If you
leave.
Love somebody, there ain't waiting too long.
Exactly. So how is it okay for him to wait for her to get ready? And now you're saying, oh, he didn't listen, and she told him, I wanted to get married, but just not now. Yes, I do see a future with you. Yes, I do want to marry you. Okay, let's do this. So just because he asked the question, will you marry me? He did not say, will you marry me tomorrow? He said, will you marry me someday? You can be a fiance from one day to 1,000. I'm not saying you got to get married right here and now. My thing is, how are you going to sit there and tell him no? I would be like, you know what? Bitch, I'm out.
Because to me, just like she said, it's like you are not listening to what I'm telling you. You know, when it comes to, when you're in a relationship, you've got to really hear your partner. And it's like, he was not hearing her.
But wouldn't that just all boil down to that now she does not want to marry him?
I guess be together.
But wouldn't that all boil? But ladies,
later though, you know.
But ladies, hold on. But ladies, wouldn't that still boil down to that she just don't want to marry him now? She fell out of love with him because she realized he doesn't listen.
Nope. I didn't mean you fall out of love with people. My God, we've loved people in and out of our lives, and there's a lot of things about them we wish we could flip a switch and change, and it don't happen. That doesn't mean you don't love them.
No, I didn't say not love him. What I said was, now, doesn't that mean that she does not want to marry him because he does not listen?
No.
Is that not what we said? I thought that's what y'all was saying.
Ooh, see, now you ain't listening.
All I heard was now she's gone.
So what about like me and Marie said? What about like me and Marie said? What when she finally, magically in her brain says, okay, now I want to get married, and she starts pressing him because trust and believe, if they stay together, somebody is going to pull back, and what she's waiting on may not happen in the future.
Yeah.
So
then again, we're speculating too.
We are. We don't know what their relationship is. We don't know, how long it's going to be. We don't know anything. This is just speculation.
I would say, being the female I am, if I was to say no, and there would be a reason behind as to clarify the no, that would be the good time to do it. Do it in a very be real finesse about it. Don't just say, oh, well, no, and then go on with it. No, that ain't how you go about it.
So you would say yes to save his embarrassment and then tell him no later on?
No. Oh, no. What I'm saying is this. If I was asked and I didn't want to at that time or say within 6 months in my mind, okay, I would say, look, hon, are you talking about like 6 months or a year, or we just playing this by ear? I mean, there's that communication breakdown right there.
I don't know though. If a guy was, let's say, because this happens, girls ask guys to get married. Mm-hmm. If the guy asked me, I still think that's a man asking a woman. 6 or 12 months, I'd be like, no, maybe this is not for us.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, and just hypothetically, instead of just saying no, if it's something I'm looking forward to do with him in 2 years, again, that's about that communication. Say, well, babe, I think in about 2 years that would work, and see what his reaction is, because he may not be wanting to wait 2 years. So there again, you're back to that communication situation. Is he looking for less than 2 years, 6 months, or a year? You're looking for 2, because then by that time your master's is done. You see what I'm saying? And it's just hypothetical. So if he says, well, no, babe, whenever you want to, then That's carte blanche. Say,
all of that should have been discussed
talked about before he asked.
It's about the communication.
And so, see, and that's another reason why she was upset, because it's like we didn't discuss exactly when. I just told you, yes, we can do this, not right now, and then you just bust out and want to propose and made this spectacle, and now I'm sitting here like, looking crazy because I already told you this is not what I wanted now.
I would have relished in the spectacle, and we just would have been engaged for however long it would be. I'll give you a 2-year minimum of engagement.
Oh, now she's putting limits on it.
No, I'm just saying. If we talked about it, and we, like you said, it's not only is it communication, but it's comprehension also. So to save you from sitting there looking like an idiot, or to save me from not getting this opportunity again, yes, I will go ahead and say, yes, I will marry you, because I do want to marry you eventually. But just because we're out in public, when we get home, I'm going to be like, we're not getting married tomorrow, right? I got to do this, and this. And that's where he's going to be like, yeah, we already know this. Because he's going to turn around and say, who said I wanted to marry you tomorrow? I do want to marry you, bitch. I'm trying to lock this down. Yeah. He just trying to lock it down to make sure that we gonna be stuck together forever. I didn't say we getting married and signing the paperwork right now, but eventually this is what we working for.
Me to get married, I'm gonna say, what are you doing in the next 5 minutes?
Connie, I'm already have paperwork and be like, you should have signed this yesterday, because it already got my name on it.
So she's gonna be like, yes, be like, act like she's super happy, then get home, be like, so.
Yeah,
like,
drama starts.
Hey, that's what you got for the rest of your life.
And be like, second of all,
Mikhail, you trying to warn me?
Yeah, so they break up after they get home.
Exactly. But you know what? At least it'll save him embarrassment.
Facebook will be confused as hell. Like one day she getting engaged, and the next day she's single for life.
Right.
What did I miss 24 hours?
And like, this actually happened, like I said, in real life. But this made me think of, if any of y'all watch Grey's Anatomy, when old boy proposed with the 5 rings, and she said no. And she kept telling him that she was not ready for marriage, and he went ahead and did it anyway.
The thing is with that, you already know she didn't want kids to begin with. She ended up just popping up getting pregnant, and she decided to keep the baby. Then when she ended up Link fell in love with her because of both of their backgrounds, so he wanted to be with her. Come to find out, if you're following Grey's Anatomy, she's gay, or she's bi. Which there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe that's the real reason why she told Link that she did not want to be married.
Engagement, that's all I have to say.
Hey, she just switched some things up. But I get it. Link embarrassed her because he had the kids with all 5 rings because he didn't know which ring that she would like. And he proposed to her at her sister's wedding.
All 5 rings.
So,
neither one of them was good enough.
That's no.
See, pay attention and you won't look like a 5-ring asshole.
Embarrassed her. So back to my friend, that is how she felt. Like, why did you do this? Like, I
would be like, can I keep all 5 rings?
He didn't care. In the show, he did not care. But as far as real life, he got his money back. He went back with the ring. But, in the show, that's a whole different scenario. But real life...
You could tell a woman wrote that show.
Yeah.
Just gonna let you keep all the rings. Like, what the hell is this? This fantasy world. Oh, man, ladies.
That's exactly right. Fantasy world.
Exactly.
Well, ladies, it has been a blast having y'all on here. I think we got a lot of things clarified tonight. Men, if you listening, you better be taking notes because you damn sure don't want to end up on the wrong side of these scenarios. I'm just saying. For real. We're going to try to get some men on here and do the same thing with them with what would you do. But, ladies, I do got I'm gonna have other topics, and I would love to have y'all back on in the future. How that sound?
It sounds great to me.
Sounds good.
Alright, we're gonna get them topics to y'all. That way y'all can get y'all talking points together. Do anybody want to give any shout outs to anybody? Say any hellos or goodbyes or good nights or wish you were dead or anything like that?
Well, you know I can't say hello to mine because that's a secret.
Secret lovers.
Yeah, that's what we are.
New topic. But hello, honey.
Hello.
Alrighty, how about you, Marie, Makia, Ampy? Y'all want to give any shots out to anybody?
I just want to say thanks for putting us on here. Other than that, no.
Sound like you over there shyness too.
This was fun. I enjoyed it. So thank you.
Perfect.
We'll have to get together on 3 bad Biages at a pit.
I was actually thinking that earlier too. Y'all would love to be. Y'all know what? We're gonna get y'all linked up so y'all can do a couple of. Cause Connie, she comes up with the real good topics.
And I've been looking for some Biages to go with. I'm the pit bull, but I need the Biages. So even if we have 4 of them, it's okay.
Hey, that sounds like
I have a lot of females that'll come on there, and sometimes I mix it up with men. Remember, Erica did with men and women, certain topics, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yep.
Have a whole panel of men and a whole panel of women.
Right.
It's pretty fun.
Right. So definitely, yeah. So y'all definitely make sure y'all tune in to that. That's 3. What is it, Connie? What's the name of that show?
3 bad Biages
3 bad bitches and a pit bull. Yes, on Mwah So Radio.
Yeah,
y'all make sure y'all check that out.
Just look for the dogs. Because they are dog heads on people bodies.
Well, I would like to thank everybody, Connie, Makia, Ampy, Marie. You know, this really has been fun. Yeah, you may get nervous and stuff like that, but you see, we're all just talking. We're all family. We're all show love, and let's continue doing this and get the word out. Tell your friends about us. Y'all log in and pass that word.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, all my listeners out there, we are sponsored by the world's best skincare, all natural skincare company, Southside Beauty Care. So make sure you stop by SouthsideBeautyCare.com to get your skin feeling good so you can feel the best you. We are going to go ahead and
say yes.
Yes.
Well, y'all enjoy the rest of 2022 in the building. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, turn up, and zone out, like, follow, and share so that you know when the next time we'll be going live. You can find us on Facebook at BOS Says Podcast, BOS Says Radio, and in our group page, Bosses Retreat. If you haven't joined them yet, go ahead and make sure you join that. And we're going to be letting you know next time we on here might be next Sunday. We'll let y'all know this week. Y'all heard me. And also, we got a wonderful interview with Alethea Hewitt out of Jamaica on Reggae Hour this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So make sure that y'all tune in for that too. Wonderful artist. We will be playing a little bit of matter of fact, we're going to play one of her songs in just a moment. But I'm glad everybody tuned in. Ladies, again, thank y'all for joining us, and we definitely can't wait to have y'all back on here one more time. Y'all have a great night, okay?
Ladies, it's been fun.
Thank you, guys. Love y'all. Thank you.
This
Bye. Guys, be careful. Bye, Eric. Talk to you later.
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, this is Missing Home by Deep Blue here on BOS Says Radio's podcast. Passion Hour podcast.
I hope you cuddle up, 'cause this is passion.
You
do this. Them I try change, manipulate my mates. Narcissistic and them bitter. It's not about you, it's for my new. You're the only one for me. You're the only one who saw the real me. You're the only one for me, baby. You're telling me not to worry about your wife. Everything's gonna be alright. Bounty going on the road with the friends. Me fuck you up on a karaoke end. With another girl, my eyes confirm. I can do better on my own in this world. Let me worry about which is our life. Bring a fire, something that's why we have a new king. You're the only one for me. You're the only one who saw the real me. You're the only one for me, baby. No other man never know how to do this. Them I try change, manipulate my men. Narcissistic and them bitter. It's not about you, it's for my new. You're the only one for me. You're the only one who saw the real me. You're the only one for me.
BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS